All right, folks, so I'm going to review a quick clip of The View where they say they have a bigger problem with 59 South African refugees coming over than 20 million migrants. Yeah, let's take a listen.
Me with this, so he's prioritizing giving refugee status to these people who, there's crime in South Africa, but these are, I've always believed America should prioritize the most in need refugees. And right now, it's set to later this year, Afghan refugees who are here are going to be sent back to Afghanistan. And we know they'll be subject to beatings, to jailing, and even to killing.
And I would also mention, you know, the Venezuelans that Haitians, and other refugees that have been here, have been doing the work,
paying their taxes,
been paying taxes, it goes to Social Security, all that, you know, all of our needs, and it's just despicable.
You know how ridiculous they sound? So when they talk about that migrants that actually needed it, you had no problem when we let over 20 million plus people, half them, or not half them, but a chunk of them from gangs and mental institutions and prisons, and you've let them just into the country. Now you have this big problem with like 50-something people coming from South Africa. These are going to the most needed immigrants. No, money needs to go to Americans, not to any immigrants. But if you're going to let in people, it's like these people to me make me so mad because they're hypocrites. You had no problem when Joe Biden let in anybody under the sun. You never call out anything. And we bring in 59 South Africans and people are losing their mind? It's absolutely ridiculous. We don't care about people in Venezuela or Haiti and all this other stuff that she's talking about. That's crazy. We never wanted them here to begin with.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I think leaders come from around the world, and you're right. They're doing what they feel is the right thing. They're meeting with the American president and blah, blah, blah. But this is some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, it was.
The Zelensky thing made me crazy, and this made me crazy. Go ahead.
The president stood up to him, and he was actually amusing. If you watch this clip, watch this.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the story
well, you know
from Qatar or Qatar. Which they say it in two different ways. I never know. But I mean, that plane that now he's accepting, I understand that the United States has accepted the plane, is going to cost...
He has accepted the plane. The United States has not accepted the plane.
He representing the government.
He's not representing us.
He's the government, right?
He may be the government,
hold on.
but my government says
the Pentagon
you can't do that.
Okay, the Pentagon.
But go ahead, make your point.
My point is that the plane is now going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars to debug it, to fix it up and get it ready. And because that is a gift that he's really, according to what I understand, the emoluments clause precludes taking a gift like that.
It's unconstitutional.
It's unconstitutional. Yeah. And our tax dollars are now paying for those hundreds of millions of dollars. Does that make us complicit in the emoluments clause? I do not want to go to jail for this. Explain, please.
It certainly is unconstitutional. I mean, when you're a federal worker, and especially when you're the chief executive, you are not supposed to take any sorts of gifts. We've had stories from Biden. We've had stories from Ari Emanuel. We've had stories from President Obama.
Bob Menendez is going to jail for this.
Right.
I love how these people focus also on the plane and they're like, oh, it's going to take millions of dollars to fix that. How many millions and billions of dollars did we spend on migrants coming across the border? That's why I get so tired of their hypocrisy. You complain about little small bits and bobs here. You never once said anything during Biden's presidency like, oh my God, we're spending billions of dollars, just billions. Even New York City mayor said they spent like, I don't know, like $2 or $3 billion on migrants, just New York alone last year. Why are we spending any money on them? And you're worried about a plane? Really, about a plane. This is what makes me so annoyed about them. Their double standard is absolutely ridiculous. Biden and the Democrats could do anything. They're never called about anything. If Trump does anything, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. We need to keep this money for the most important migrants. Really? You mean the Venezuelans from like TDA or the insane asylum or the prisons? Or Haitians who are not bringing much value here either? Really? Like, this is the stuff that makes me wonder why this show hasn't been canceled. If this wasn't on ABC, this show would have been gone a long time ago. These women are complete gas bags. I don't know why anybody would listen to them. Again, I'm only doing videos just to make a clip to show how foolish they sound. But I don't know. What does everybody think? I mean, the hypocrisy just knows no bounds on the Democratic side. I don't know. it bugs me because I always feel like there's such a double standard for these people. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. If you guys like these kind of videos, please like and subscribe. It definitely helps the algorithm and helps build the channel. You guys have a wonderful afternoon.